these false teachers believe that they are doing good work. They believe that they are doing good, but Paul points out, no, you are really doing that which is evil. You're doing that which is bad. And now you start to think about it. What would make Paul say such a thing and to label this bad? Because here they are, they want to consider what they're doing is good. But by them trying to add on to the faith of faith alone in Jesus Christ, all that then that you're trying to add on is bad. And by you promoting such a view, by you holding such a teaching, well, that's not good teaching. That's bad teaching. That's false teaching. And the Philippians, you need to be aware of this. That's why, again, we see as our third application point there, Christians must be aware of the false teachers. Notice in this verse, we've already have seen where he makes the point here where they are to be aware. He labels them as dogs and labels them now as these evil workers. Notice what Paul has said in other places about these ones who want to add circumcision on to salvation. In Galatians chapter 5, verse 3, Paul says, "And I testify again to every man who receives circumcision that he is under obligation to keep the whole law." And no one can keep the whole law. And when you start to think about the implications of that, and I gave you there 5:3, I could also brought to your attention in going just a little bit further here in Galatians 5:13. "For you are called to freedom, brother. Not only do not turn your freedom into an opportunity for the flesh, but through love serve one another. For the whole law is fulfilled in the statement, you shall love your neighbor as yourself." And I'm just pointing that out to say, even though I just made the point that when it comes to no one being able to serve the whole law as far as being saved, as Christians, we still follow the principles of the law in what we do. What they wanted to do is to, by us being in Jesus Christ, is still following and having the Spirit of God, which we're going to get to. We still follow what the teachings of the law are. But what they wanted to do was to add the rituals and to add that say that unless you follow these things here, like circumcision, then you could not be saved. And Paul says, no, you cannot do that. And while you are thinking you are doing something good and spreading such teaching, you are really doing something that is bad and evil. You know, one group that came to my mind when I thought about this, the Jehovah's Witnesses. With all the work that they would be doing and all that they claim to the evangelism that they are claiming that they do and what they do and going out. I'm not denying that they do go out, but understand they're going out with the false message. They're going out with the wrong message. And so at the end of the day, you cannot claim that they are really doing genuine, good Christian work because their message is wrong. And as Christians, we need to be aware of that point and be aware that they are false teachers. I didn't add to you, the other scripture I wanted to give to you was Galatians 3:10. "For as many as are the works of the law are under curse. For it is written, cursed is everyone who does not abide by all things written in the book of the law to perform them." That's Galatians 3:10. So understand the significance of what the implications of what's being emphasized by these false teachers. By them emphasizing this circumcision, they are binding the believer to the whole law. You can't separate this circumcision from the rest of the law. And Paul, just like he does in Galatians, warned these believers. He's also warning the Philippians and pointing out just how evil and wicked these People are, even though they claim to be doing good, really they're doing evil. And also notice this, the verse 2,